Does designing your own short-term rental kind of give you a bit of anxiety? Do you keep looking at these fabulous designs all over TikTok and Instagram and wonder how on earth people design these things? Sometimes it gets super overwhelming because there's so many different design tools that you can actually use in order to design your space. And those tools can be really expensive. It may even be so overwhelming that it gets you to the point of analysis paralysis and prevents you from even buying an Airbnb in the first place. If you want to know how to design your Airbnb like a pro using three free easy tools, then make sure to keep watching. I'll share my favorite tools that I use to design my short-term rentals. Hello and welcome to the Wanderlust host channel. My name is Olivia Tati and I am a short-term rental specialist and world traveler on a mission to inspire you to invest in real estate and travel the world. My goal is to build a community of like-minded millennials who've spent years stifling their creativity, break free, and take control over their lives. Designing an Airbnb can get super overwhelming sometimes, especially when you start looking at the competition and you're like, how am I going to be able to compete with these other places? There are actually many people that just hate the design process so much that they actually hire it all out. Hiring someone to design your Airbnb can get really expensive, which could end up cutting into your profit margins and your return on investment, which is why I highly recommend that you design your Airbnb or short-term rental by yourself at first. You want to save up as much money as you can at first so that way you can snowball it into your next properties. Going through the process also means that later on when you're ready to hire it out, you know what to look for and you know what's actually valuable in designers whenever you hire them. Now, designing your own Airbnb really doesn't have to be a horrific experience. There are a bunch of really expensive tools that you can buy in order to help you design your Airbnb. But let's be real, if you're just getting started, you probably don't have a bunch of cash just sitting around to spend on really expensive design tools. Most people at the beginning of their real estate investing journey are really trying to save every single dollar that they can have so they can snowball it into the next property. And you want to make sure your money stretches as far as possible. I'm here to share with you my 3 free favorite tools that I use to design my Airbnbs. And please note that I'm not sponsored by any of these companies, but if anyone you know happens to have the contact information for the sponsorship folks at these companies, slide into my DMs and give me their contact info. The first free tool that I use is Pinterest. As stated on the Pinterest website, Pinterest is a visual discovery engine for finding ideas like recipes, home, and style inspiration, and more. With billions of pins on Pinterest, you'll always find ideas to spark inspiration. When you discover the pins you love, save them to boards and keep your ideas organized and easy to find. You can also create pins to share your ideas with other people on Pinterest. So basically what that means is Pinterest is a great tool that you can use to start off and get inspiration for your new short-term rental. I literally start off by typing something like modern cabin vibes or a blue coastal room, all depending on the location that I'm in. For example, if I built my Airbnb near Smoky Mountain National Park, I probably wouldn't be typing in blue coastal vibes, but I may instead do something along the lines of green mid-century modern cabin or green cozy cabin bedroom, bare bedroom, I don't know. There's literally so many different things that you can type. Then I spend some time scouring through Pinterest looking for images that are close to what I'm actually trying to capture within the Airbnb. Then what I do is I actually pin them each to a specific board. And you can even separate the board out into each room. So I will have a different one for bedroom 1, a different one for bedroom 2, a different one for the kitchen, the bathroom. I personally like to create a separate board for each of the spaces. That way I can see kind of how the rooms flow together and how they work together all as one. Now, once again, if you're finding this information to be super useful, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button and the bell notification button. It really helps my channel grow and it really helps get this video out to other folks who may also be interested in getting into the short-term rental industry. Okay, back to it. So once I've got a good idea of the inspiration that I have for the property, then I head ahead to my second free tool that I like to use in order to design my Airbnbs, which is Canva. Canva does have both a paid version and a free version, but you really only need the free version in order to do what I'm going to tell you about today. I personally do have the Canva Pro because I use it for so many different things and I find it to be really useful for my business in multiple different ways. But when strictly talking about designing Airbnbs, you can get away with just using the free Canva version. And that's what this whole video is about, is telling you about all the free tools that you can use to design your Airbnb. If you are interested in trying Canva Pro, you can click the link in the captions. You will be able to get 30 days for free for Canva Pro, so also a good way to see if the paid version or the free version is a better option for you. So Canva is an incredible tool. I'm going to show you a room that I actually designed in Canva and then what it looked like in real life. So here you're going to see the Canva mockup. Like, this is what I designed in Canva. And then this is the final version. Similar, right? Like, that's literally a picture or design coming to life. And the reason that they look really similar is a lot of the items that are actually in the Canva mockup are specifically the items that we ordered. Let's start with this one room in this one property. I found the wallpaper that I wanted, like the exact wallpaper that I wanted, saved it as an image and exported that into Canva. And then I also got an image of the bed that I knew that I was going to use. It's actually the same style of bed that I use in pretty much all of my properties. Imported that into Canva and then removed the background. I did the same with pretty much all of the other items that I put in the room. So bedside table, the cushions, the lamps, literally everything, and I put it onto this board, basically a mood board, but more so a mock-up, not even a mood board. Sometimes I call it mood board. I'd say it's more of a mock-up of what the room is actually going to look like. And so the next thing is that you can actually see and picture how everything flows and fits together. Like, that's exactly what your room is going to turn out like, as you can see from the mock-up here and the actual picture. So just a super fun and easy way to play around with things and design that space that you want. My third and final free tool is Google Spreadsheets. If you have a Gmail account, you have the ability to create a Google spreadsheet. Now you're probably thinking, how does Google Spreadsheet and designing Airbnbs even correlate at all? I mean, fair enough. But Google Spreadsheets are a great way to take all of these lofty ideas and designs and actually put them into a spreadsheet so it details out every single item that you need for each room, and it also helps you price them out and see what your budget looks like. Even if you don't have a Gmail account, you can create one for free. Now, you can obviously use other tools like Microsoft Excel, but remember, we are talking about completely free tools here, and Google Spreadsheets is one of them. So once I have figured out all of my inspiration in Pinterest, and then I mocked up my rooms and designed them in Canva, I actually take the items that I used to design them in Canva and I put them into my spreadsheet. I put the links to those items in my spreadsheet. And then I list each of them out one by one and separate everything by room. That way I can also compartmentalize, I can see what I missed for each of the rooms, and I can copy and paste that and repeat it for future properties too, which is, you know, one of those smart tricks to help make your systems repeatable, creating processes, all that jazz. This is also a great way to see if this lofty idea you have is actually going to pan out and fit into your budget. And it allows you to see if there's anywhere you may want to cut costs on, or even have some more wiggle room in terms of costs. Make sure to leave a little extra contingency, or really a lot of extra contingency, just to be safe, especially on those first properties. You will most likely forget something and have to go over and buy light bulbs, or buy batteries, or buy something that you just didn't put in your spreadsheet, and that's completely normal. So make sure to include some contingency in there. So there it is. Those are my 3 free tools that I like to use when I'm designing my short-term rentals. The more rooms you do, the better you get at doing them, and the more you can rinse and repeat for future places. So go ahead, try it out. Make sure to share some of those designs with me on Instagram. Send me a DM or tag me. My handle is at the THE Olivia Tati. So at the Olivia Tati, I'd love to see your designs. Once again, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and the bell notification button, and I hope to see you next time.